Have you ever wondered what technical indicator is the best for trading a particular stock? Well, in this video, we're going to show you TradeUI's new AI backtesting system and how you can utilize that to filter out what indicators work best with what stocks based on your trading criteria. So sit back, take some notes, and let's get into it. What's going on, everybody? We are back with TradeUI, and in this video we have an awesome new tool that will take your trading to the next level. But before we get into that, don't forget to like this video, share, and subscribe. It really helps us create good content for you. That way we can become better traders together. Also, don't forget that we have a Discord you can join. Click that link in the description below to join the Discord channel and become part of the TradeUI family. So guys, in this video, what we have is a powerful new tool here over at TradeUI, which is the AI backtesting trader system. What this does is this tells you, hey, I want to trade Apple stock and I want to target 3% a week on Apple, but how do I make sure I get in at the right time? Well, what this does is it tells you the best indicator that will fit that trading criteria. Or you can use it for a different way. You can say, hey, I like to trade the 20-day, 50-day EMA crossover strategy. Well, what this does is it will tell you what stocks are the most sensitive to that strategy. So this is going to be a powerful tool for anyone who's either an experienced trader or is ready to take their basic knowledge of trading and step it up to the next level and really start to see the results. But besides me just talking about it, why don't I show you just how powerful it is? So my screen right here, I have TradeUI's AI backtesting strategies page right here. Click that link in the description below. Don't forget to use that 10% off coupon to join TradeUI to see it for yourself. But what you do is you go to backtesting, click on AI strategies. It's our beta version we have right now that we're testing out. And what happens is you have a couple of windows right here. First, you have 3 drop-down windows which show you all the different strategies that are out there in the market. There's about 106 strategies we have in our system right now, and we are continuing to add more as we go. Also, you want to look at the hold period. This is going to tell you if the stock closes 1% up on the same day, 2% on the next day, 3% after 7 days, or even to the downside, you have a couple of trading situations there. Next, you want to look at impact. What all impact means is how sensitive is that indicator or that strategy to a stock. Now, just because it's 10% doesn't mean the win rate's 10%. What that means is out of all 106 strategies, this one strategy carries 10% of the effectiveness. So if you want to be conservative, you want to shoot for that 20 to 30%, but as the video continues, I'll show you just what I mean on that. Next, we have an overall view of high impact strategies. This is going to show you the top strategies for every stock based on all of the data. So you can see support bound bullish is the actually best strategy overall for trading. So that's something to look at. Break it down simple, guys. That means buying at the support zone on a bounce. Easy peasy. But what I want to do is take this next step, which is showing you the backtesting results. So this shows you the different strategies based on different indicators. So right now we have symbol A. We have the strategy, all the different holding periods, the total returns based on that strategy, the final balance based on that strategy if you start with a $10,000 account and you took one trade, the maximum drawdown, which is basically the maximum amount you had to risk, your win rate, and the number of trades. Down here what we have are the top 3 strategies for each individual stock. So if you want to trade ticker ZYXI, you know support bounce bullish is the most effective for 1% same day. It actually has a significance of, it actually has a support bound bullish rate of 37.55, which means that's its impact score. So over 30%, you can tell that support bounce bullish is probably the best strategy to utilize this for. And to break down strategy by strategy, if you go to the guide table right here, it's going to show you what these different strategies mean, which we'll show you in real examples coming up here in a minute. But you have the ADX-DMI bullish. That means the ADX indicator is above 25 and the plus DI is above the negative DI. So we're going to have videos coming out in the future breaking down each one of these strategies, but a simple one you can see what you already have is the EMA crossover strategy where the 20-day EMA crosses over the 50-day EMA. So let's go to let's go back to AI strategies and let's really show you how powerful of a tool this is. So I'm going to go to EMA 10, EMA 20 crossover. I'm going to do 3% the next 7 days, and I want to see what stocks have a weighted impact of at least 30%. So this tells me that this strategy is going to be an impact score of 30%, and when this crossover happens, the stock should rise 3% in the next 7 days. So right now we have 4 stocks that fall into that criteria. We have TRP, TPH, IREN, DLTR. All right, Dollar Tree is an easy peasy one, so let's go over to my chart and let's actually type in Dollar Tree. So DLTR. All right, so right now Dollar Tree, I don't have any indicators drawn up, but I'm going to go to Load Studies, and I already have it drawn up here. We did the 10 crosses the 20. So now we want to see where the blue line is actually my 10. My orange line is my 20 line. So we want to see whenever we have a cross, that's when you want to get in. So right here we had a cross on the stock, and as you can see, the next few days it ran up. It looks like this move was a 3% move. And then let's see here. Then we had a cross right here. As soon as we had a cross, this didn't turn out too well, but as you can see, as you held the trade and got in on the second cross, you had a huge rally to the upside. So 1, 2, lose 1, 2 to 1. So you won 2 trades, you lost 1 trade. And then it looks like we have a cross again right here. You won 3 trades. So overall in the year-to-date chart, you would have won 3 out of 4 trades, or a 75% win rate. And that's based on just one ticker trading strategy. You can make sure you combine the top 3 trading strategies if you want to. However, start off just using the most impactful to practice and then really see the magic in that. But let's go back to my chart over here and see how else this works. All right, so just to show you that it's not all fluff, let's go to TRP. All right, so if I go back here, TRP. All right, I'm gonna keep my indicator up here, okay? That way it's easy peasy. All right, so first cross happened here. That's definitely a 3% move, so that's one winner. Right here we had a cross. As soon as we had the cross right here, it ran up for a minute. Maybe it would have been 3% roughly, depends on where you got in on the cross compared to the gap up. So that would have been second winner. Next cross right here, easy shot up, third winner. Fourth winner right here. Fifth winner right here. Sixth winner right here. So this one won 6 times. So 6 out of 6, you had a profit here of at least 3% on TRP. So that's just showing you how powerful it is. What I encourage you to do as a trader is to focus on filtering by the strategy once you become an expert in that strategy. All right, just as simple as we can look at the simple moving average. All right, so let's do the simple 50 crosses the 100. All right, so I'm keeping this set up and we're looking for our micro swings. Remember, we're holding this stock for less than a week. 30% or higher, we're doing the SMA 50 crosses the SMA 100. If I go down, so we have 2 tickers that are associated with that. So what I'll do is not press that button. I'll go back to my chart, and it looks like COP was the first one. So I'm going to change my study set right here to, we did the 50 crosses the 100. All right, 50 crosses the 100. This is a little bit different. Remember, our lines are a little bit drawn out further, so you got to be a little cognitive of that. So our first cross was right here. So you would have bought here, and then big move to the upside. That's definitely over 3%. You want to see a $3 move on a $100 stock to verify that. So right here, 105, you want to see like a $4 move. It went up about $10 a share right there on that move. So that was a great position to enter. All right, our next bullish cross is right here, and it looks like 127, and it ran up at least $5 to $6. So you're definitely looking at a 3% move there. So this was 2 out of 0. You had that 3% move, and this is how I want you to understand this here. Remember, we're using the 50 and the 100 moving average. Crosses on those don't happen often. So the fact that that won both times really tells you a lot. If you want to find more opportunities, maybe you should focus on shorter time frame, like the 10-20 crossover or the 20-50 crossover. That'll give you more opportunities to enter. However, what you can do is also understand the second those larger moving averages cross, you know that those are going to be highly effective. Because if we go back to our chart here, you can see that there was a 36% impact on this crossover here. Let's look at AXNX where there's a 75% impact. That's unheard of. So if I go to AXNX, there we go. All right, so this one, I know this was kind of trashy right here. It looks like they probably got bought out or something happened. But before all that happened, look, you have our cross right here, money. Cross, technically can't count that one, so I think that's why this got impacted like that. But you gotta also see, cross happened, it ran. All right, the cross happened, it ran. So now let me show you another way you can use this system. A different way you can use it is all strategies. Let's do all impact. Let's filter by ticker. All right, so a setup that I'm currently in is Square. All right, that's a stock that I'm currently in on a different position before the system came out. But I typed in the ticker and it's going to show me Square on the dashboard right here. And it's going to show me different strategies in that impact score. So stock closed 1% on the same day. I love 3% after 7 days. That's like my bread and butter. I love making trades like that. And it looks like the most impactful indicator for 3% in 7 days is the RSI CCI bullish. So you might ask, what on earth does the RSI CCI bullish mean? Well, if I go to guide and I do Control F, RSI-CCI, it's going to show it right here. RSI CCI bullish is when the RSI is above 50 and the CCI is above 100. All right, so if I go back to my chart and I type in Square and the strategy I want to load, if I go to edit study, if I go to load study set, I already have it saved RSI CCI. So the top line is my RSI, the bottom line is my CCI. What I'm going to do is see if I can, there we go. All right, so this line I've edited from my RSI to tell me if it's above or under 50. So right now it is above 50 and the CCI is right at 100. So that's telling me that this is going to trigger, especially if it's right around that price that it was at yesterday, you should expect the CCI to be here. So the technical indicator tells me that this is going to go up 3% in 7 days. All right. Very powerful to know. So that tells me this is a great time to get in on Square today. I might actually buy more based on this today. But let me show you something else you can do to see if you want to hold a trade longer for bigger wins. If you want to hold something longer, what you can do is expand your holding period. All right. So remember, we're going back to Square. And then I want to do 5 days after 4 weeks. Looks like the EMA crossing the 20, crossing the 50 is the most impactful for that one. It is only 13%. Remember, you really want to make sure that at least you have an impact of 10% or higher. Personally, what I like to do is I like to see setups to where there's a clear leader by a landslide. This one's arguably too close to the TTM squeeze bearish, but this is a simple strategy. So let's see what it looks like on the chart from the past. So if I go here, and I go to studies, load study, and that was the 20 crossing the 50. As you can see, we're actually setting up for a crossover. I know it's hard to tell right now, but if I zoom in, you can see this blue line here is getting ready to cross over this orange line, especially if the stock price continues to rise, which tells us one thing. Hey, today, Square should go up 3% in the next 7 days, indicating that this crossover is about to happen, telling you that now you have confirmation that there's going to be an extended 5% move in the next month based on that crossover. See how magical that is? That 3% move just turned into at least an 8% move now over the course of maybe a month and a couple of weeks, because we're seeing how the longer term technical analysis affects these shorter term moves. So now I can say, hey, I might just hold Square. You can see I have a limit sell for 80 right here. But I might be confident enough now to hold it to 85 or probably even $90 a share, because it looks like we are in an upward trend because we have a high, a low, a higher high, and a higher low. Looks like we're verifying an upwards trend. The price targets are already $96 to $100, so this might be something I hold to 85. But guys, at the end of the day, I'm just trying to show you how powerful AI backtesting is. At the end of the day, the world's moving into that AI direction. We are already here. TradeUI has brought you such a powerful tool. Don't forget that we have a 10% off code that you can utilize to go to the Pro channel, because eventually what's coming out later this week is an alerting system. That way you don't have to hunt down these different strategies. You can get emailed in real time whenever a strategy you like to trade gets triggered on the charts, and that way you know to go ahead and buy right then. But guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Check out the other videos we have on the channel. This is going to be a great tool for everybody in their trading future. Sit back, and have a great day.